Where did the best players in the state of Florida sign from the 2025 class? That's what we're going to cover in this video. You know, Florida, California, Texas, those are kind of the hotbeds of recruiting. So in this video, we're going to find out where the best players in the state of Florida went. But start at number 1, quarterback DJ Picket. He signed with LSU, the number 2 corner, number 10 overall. He's from Zephyr Hills, Florida. How did he get out of the state? I credit Corey Raymond, LSU DB coach, on this one. Now, Corey Raymond was at the University of Florida prior to this season. He left. He went back home to LSU. And, you know, if Corey Raymond hadn't made that move, I think he's at UF, but now he's at LSU. It was a really tough hold for LSU. Pickett committed early. Miami and UF were really the main players that were trying to flip him. And then after that Bryce Underwood flip, all eyes were on DJ Pickett after losing to Corey Moore, after losing Bryce Underwood. LSU was able to sign DJ Pickett, a huge get for the Tigers. At number 2, wide receiver Dallas Wilson. He signed with UF, but he also signed with Oregon. What, Josh? How did he sign with Oregon and UF? Well, he signed with Oregon in the early period on December 4th. By December 23rd, he asked out of his papers with the Ducks, staying in the state of Florida. Now, Dallas Wilson is from Tampa, but he was committed to Oregon for 2 years. Then he signs with Oregon only to ask out before he even enrolls. So the number 2 wide receiver, number 19 overall, one of the wildest recruitments of the Florida recruits that we saw in the 2025 class, Dallas Wilson. He's heading to Gainesville. At number 3, we got Solomon Thomas. He signed with LSU. He was all FSU. That's until Alex Atkins got fired. Now, Solomon Thomas from the Jacksonville area, committed to FSU early. He was the last remaining 5-star on that commit list, only for him to flip just days before signing day. And Solomon Thomas sounded like he really wanted to play for FSU, but there was just too much uncertainty. Number 32 prospect overall signs with LSU. At number 4, another one leaving the state of Florida. This time, it's wide receiver Jamie French. He signed with Texas. Now, his recruitment started with a commitment to Alabama. He decommitted in the wake of Nick Saban retiring. UF, Miami, they were the main players in this one, but a summer trip to Austin changed everything. Starts trending to the Longhorns and makes his commitment by the end of summer. Now, UF did make a late push. They got him on campus twice there at the end. A lot of Gator fans were getting optimistic, but in the end, Jamie French is a Longhorn. Moving on to number 5, Vernell Brown, wide receiver from the state of Florida, number 9 ranked wideout in the country, number 45 overall. He's a UF legacy. He ends up signing with UF. Now, he committed to UF when things weren't going so well with the program, but in the end, he turns out to be one of the bell cows of the class, did a lot of recruiting for the Gators down the stretch, and Vernell Brown is a Gator. Number 6, edge Javen Hilson. He signed with Missouri. Yes, Javen Hilson, who was originally committed to Alabama, decommitted after Nick Saban retired, commits to FSU, watches 2 of the Knowles games, says, I'm out of here, decommits. Then it was really trending in Texas's direction. UF was also a factor late, but in the end, Missouri gets him on the last visit, his only visit to Missouri, and he signs with the Tigers. Number 7, safety Hilton Stubbs signs with Miami. Now, he attends the same high school in Jacksonville as Jamie French. Number 4, safety in America. Now, he committed to USC early. That one didn't stick. Makes another commitment to the Miami Hurricanes. Ends up being a late flip to the Florida Gators. Another one heading to Gainesville. At number 8, we got Ivan Taylor. He signed with Alabama. The number 7 ranked safety in America from West Orange High School there in Winter Gardens, Florida. Originally committed to Notre Dame. Flipped that commitment to Michigan. A huge get for the Wolverines in July. But you know who never gave up on him? Alabama. After getting him on campus a couple times during the season, things start trending in the Tide's direction, and ultimately he flips and signs with Alabama. At number 9, Grayson Littleton. He signs with Texas. Another prospect from the city of Tampa. Number 10 ranked corner in America, 67 overall, so top 100 prospect. Now, he commits early to Clemson in June. He decommits on November 1st. Michigan pushes, FSU pushes, but in the end, he's a Texas Longhorn. At number 10, we got corner Ben Hanks. He's from Booker T. Washington High School down there in Miami. He's a UF legacy, commits to the Gators early. Things were shaky early on. There's some optimism for the Canes, but UF turns it around at the end of the season and ends up signing Ben Hanks, keeping him away from the rival Miami Hurricanes. So that's where the top 10 prospects in the state of Florida sign. Overall, Florida produced 49 blue chip prospects in the 2025 cycle. All 49 are now signed with a program, and of those prospects, 24 decided to stay in the Sunshine State. You can tell that all three of the teams were down some. Well, Miami had a great year, but they didn't really finish on a high note. We didn't see Miami recruiting surge like we have kind of at the end of the last two cycles. So 24 decided to stay in state of the 49. Florida signs the most in state. They land 15. So 15 of those prospects signed with Florida. Miami inked 8, while Florida State landed 5. And UCF, they also landed a Florida 4-star as well. So tell me in the comment section below, who was your favorite recruit from the state of Florida in this cycle? Let me know. Comment section below.